Again, this is not Watch Mojo, but MsMojo. And this one is the... What happened? Look at this. There's a minor goof. There is no top at the beginning. There's no top. Epic fail! Okay. Top 10 lessons Disney/Pixar movies have taught us. If there's anything Disney films do a good job doing, definitely better than Teen Titans Go, it's teaching kids good morals. I mean, there's the typical things like fire or hard, wishes can come true. And in Lion King's case, learn from your past, learn from your mistakes, and be a man. A better man. Let's see what this is.
There's always a moral to these stories. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 amazing lessons we learned from Disney and Pixar movies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the messages that really stuck with us from our favorite Disney and Pixar films.
I would like to award you the highest honor I can bestow. The Ellie Badge.
Number 10. One person can make a difference. Mulan. When Mulan was released in the late 90s, the film felt different than anything else that came before it, and there are actually many lessons to take away from it. Mulan looks at the classic principles of honor and family, but turns them on their heads by addressing them in an unexpected way.
I know my place. It is time you learned yours.
The titular character goes to war to take her father's place, but she knows that if anyone finds out who she truly is, it will bring her family great dishonor.
Treacherous snake. My name is Mulan. I did it to save my father.
High treason!
I didn't mean for it to go this far.
Ultimate dishonor!
There's also a feminist lesson here, showing that girls can do anything that men can. On top of all that, there's the concept that one small person can make a big difference.
You have saved us.
Side note, that the one small person can make a difference more, that was also in Piglet's big movie, where Piglet is a tiny guy, but he's done some amazing things. You have saved us all.
Number 9. Anyone can be anything. Zootopia. In one of Disney's most recent animated films, the plot addresses prejudice in a way that feels entirely fresh and modern.
Come on, be fair to Steve first.
In Zootopia, citizens are categorized as either predators or prey, and the stereotypes that abound are reminiscent of the ones we face in the real world.
We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone, so beat it.
While the story is an allegory, the takeaway is clear. No matter what your background is, you can really achieve anything.
So no matter what type of animal you are, from the biggest elephant to our first fox, I implore you, try to make the world a better place.
In fact, the motto for the city is even anyone can be anything, which is perfectly fitting.
You want to be an elephant when you grow up? You be an elephant. Because this is Zootopia. Anyone can be anything.
Number 8. Perseverance. Finding Nemo. There are several layers of lessons in this under-the-sea adventure, and the more times you see it, the more you'll get out of it. In the quest to find his son, Marlin meets Dory, a lovable fish who is clearly suffering from some kind of neurological disorder.
I suffer from short-term memory loss.
Short-term memory loss.
Her personal mantra is just keep swimming. And no matter what she encounters, she never falters in her perseverance.
Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
The movie also features another character with a disability, Nemo himself. One of his fins is smaller than the other, making swimming difficult for him. He too perseveres, never letting it hold him back.
Just keep swimming! Keep swimming!
Come on, Dad!
You're doing great, son!
That's my dad!
Come on, let's get to the bottom! Keep swimming!
Keep swimming.
Number...
Okay, perseverance is Yeah, it has a couple of things. Like, even though Nemo has a really small fin on one side, he still keeps going, even helping the tank game escape. Well, okay, they kind of escaped themselves due to luck. But another moral that I find with this film seems to be more for adults rather than kids. Like, the way Marlin is with Nemo, which is understandable considering what happened at the beginning, it caused his son to hate him, and he ends up having to find him. And he couldn't bear to let him go again, but it was just to save Dory, and he had to let him go, and just to save her, and as a result, everything is okay. And it kind of resolved in the end. That's the more I find with this movie, years later, by the way. But yeah, another thing is to just keep going no matter what disability you have. Like in Nemo's case and in Dory's case, you just keep swimming. Let's continue.
Number 7. Be kind. Cinderella. In one of Disney's classic works of animation, good is pitted against pure evil. And the lesson to be learned is that goodness always prevails.
I have the other slipper.
Cinderella is put in the care of her wicked stepmother and stepsisters and is forced to toil away working for them while they treat her in a fashion that's straight up abusive.
That means I can go too. Huh. Her dancing with the prince. Oh.
I'd be honored, Your Highness. Would you mind holding my broom?
Through it all, she keeps her positive spirit and her sense of kindness to others. And in the end, she's rewarded with a fairy tale ending.
About the be kind thing, being kind, yes, that you're supposed. There's always people that needs to be nice. I get what they're trying to go for, but I will admit that after what Cinderella goes through, I'm rather surprised she kept her sanity or something. I mean, there was a time that she broke down, but I don't know. I'm not saying you shouldn't be kind. Being kind, you should. I mean, kindness is a virtue and stuff. Good triumphs all evil. Kind is good. I just feel like that there will be circumstances where it could be hard to be kind unless you're a really strong mental person. Have a strong mentality and stuff. I mean, I have to admit, I've been kind to a few people, especially one of my grandparents. But there were times where I just can't stand her. I mean, she means well. My grandparent really does. But there was a time or two that I just snapped because I could not stand the things about her. I mean, we still see each other from time to time. I just figured to note that it can be hard for some people.
6. Where you belong isn't a place, it's with a person. Hercules.
He's so tiny.
Even though Hercules is born to mythological parents on Mount Olympus, an unfortunate series of events leads to him gaining mortality and being left on Earth.
Look at that! Zing, zing. Can we do it now? No, no, no! He has to drink the whole potion!
As he grows up, his goal is to make it back to the kingdom where his parents and the rest of the gods and goddesses are. But eventually, he realizes that he's willing to sacrifice it all for love.
You've got to swear she'll be safe from any harm.
Fine, okay, I'll give you that one. Make it safe, otherwise you get your strength right back. Yada yada, fine print, boilerplate, okay? We're done. What do you say we shake it?
When he falls for a mortal woman named Megara, he realizes that what his heart truly wants is to stay in the realm of mortals with her.
A life without Meg, even an immortal life, would be empty.
Number 5. True Love. Frozen. Frozen has been Disney's biggest success in recent memory, and actually went on to become the highest grossing animated movie of all time. The message in this film is a simple but salient one. It's all about love, be it love for your family or love for yourself.
I don't even know what love is.
That's okay. I do. Love is putting someone else's needs before yours.
Elsa only finds true happiness when she embraces who she truly is and accepts herself with her perceived flaws. Sisterly love is also prevalent here, and for all the parents out there who want to raise feminist daughters, Frozen definitely shows that you don't need a man to be self-realized.
Sorry, I just can't stand that song. Elsa accepting herself, there's some sisterly love. You're supposed to let people in the whole... Just what Olaf said. Dad. Okay, jokes aside, this true love, you're supposed to love someone for who they are. You're supposed to accept yourself. Elsa did, especially doing her powers and stuff. I probably don't get the message 100%. I got nothing else. Let's just continue.
Number 4, be yourself. Aladdin.
Okay.
This theme runs through many Disney movies, but it's never been more prevalent than in Aladdin. This film tells the tale of a vagrant street rat who is more than what he seems, a diamond in the rough. When he's granted 3 wishes, he chooses to be Prince Ali Ababwa as his first, mostly to get the girl.
Genie, I wish for you to make me a prince.
But he soon realizes that disguising his true identity will only bring him more harm than good.
Without you, I'm just Aladdin.
Hell, you won!
Because of you! The only reason anyone thinks I'm worth anything is because of you! What if they find out I'm not really a prince? What if Jasmine finds out? I'd lose her.
In the end, though, he has the choice to retain his royal title, but he makes the moral choice to help a friend instead.
I gotta stop pretending to be something I'm not.
I understand.
Genie, I wish for your freedom.
One bona fide prince pedigree coming up. What?
And for that, he is happily rewarded. Number 3, don't judge a book by its cover, Beauty and the Beast. Though there has been some controversy about the themes in this much-loved Disney film, at its core it holds a simple message that never ceases to be true. At first, Belle is horrified by the monster who captures her father in his castle and will do anything to get away from him.
Get out!
No!
Get out!
Eventually, though, she realizes that deep down, he is a much more complex character than she ever could have imagined. And he soon begins to treat her with a tenderness that belies his outward appearance.
All right. Now.
We'll always remember that it's what's on the inside that counts. Number 2, follow your heart, The Little Mermaid.
That's one of the most
Disney
I said
is
earlier.
all about making dreams come true, and this thought runs deep through many of its popular films. In The Little Mermaid, as well as Tangled and Moana, our heroes follow their hearts in order to achieve their greatest desires.
You know who you are.
In all of these instances, it's about making your own way in the world, all the while staying true to yourself and what you believe in.
I love you, Daddy.
Whether it's from sea to land or land to sea, these ladies know what they want and go for it. Disney always comes swinging with the life lessons that adults need to hear as much as kids sometimes. Make note of these all-important honorable mentions before we get to the number 1 pearl of Disney wisdom.
I've been a lousy father. Blind to what I have. So obsessed with being undervalued that I undervalued all of you.
Dad? Shh, don't interrupt.
Oh no! Dr. Porkchop's attacking the Haunted
Adapted
Bakery!
to change.
You go.
Oh, adapted to change in Toy Story 3. To quote from The Lion King, change is good, but it's not easy.
They're getting away. Woody, stop them.
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue!
We can always make a fresh start.
Number 1, being sad isn't bad.
Okay. Sorry for pausing. But that is one heck of a moral right there.
Inside Out. This movie is one of the most innovative animated features ever created by Pixar, let alone ever. And while the concept is interesting, it's the message behind it that makes Inside Out truly special. While some of the Disney princesses can at times seem one-dimensional, Inside Out focuses on a very real little girl whose inner life is anything but simplistic.
Oh no. We're crying at school!
Sadness, what are you doing?
The movie shows that emotions are complicated, and that it isn't necessarily a flaw to experience negative ones sometimes, and that they're not negative to begin with.
Sadness, it's up to you.
Me?
Sadness? Sadness?
I can't, Joy.
Yes, you can. Riley needs you.
No matter how old you are, you can definitely relate to Riley's struggles.
You need me to be happy.
Wait. Jeez.
I want my old friends and my hockey team. I want to go home. Please don't be mad.
Do you agree with our picks?
Yes, sure. I mean, okay. Being sad isn't bad. There are harsh things in life. And, well, the odds are it could be tough to deal with. I mean, when you care about someone really, really much, but that someone is gone, whether it's far away or dead, it can get you. When you lose something, it's going to be hard to deal with. If anything, being sad, it's a part of what makes us human. And besides, even if things are extremely tough to deal with, it comes and goes. It's all in a matter of how you deal with it. And keep in mind, if there's a comedy series where one of the guys, Family Guy, somebody claims, I forgot, that it's always the happiest ones that can seem the saddest. I mean, I don't like to see a person sad because, well, if somebody I care for is sad, it hurts me. But on the other hand, we're not really too strong, or maybe it does make us stronger, who knows? But eventually it has to happen. Sadness eventually happens one way or another. I mean, granted, there were times where I kind of fight it, kind of being the key word here. But eventually, the sadness can range from either a few tears or just a full plain on sobbing. And Disney makes good morals, but I feel like Pixar has the most complex morals. When it comes to Pixar, not everything is black and white sometimes. Sometimes there are villains, but in some cases like Finding Nemo and maybe Toy Story 1, it's not exactly the most simple ever. I mean, MsMojo said it himself. Some of the Disney characters, especially the 2D animated ones, it seems one-dimensional. But when it comes to Pixar, it's three-dimensional, especially with sadness. Anyway, that's all the thoughts I have about the video and the comments I made and some of the stories and whatnot. If you like what you see, if you like my stuff, consider subscribing to my channel. And peace out. Okay. True love. Here's something I'm laughing about. It says lesbian. I'm sorry, I need a minute.